Hey guys, to be a good trader you need to know the value of items, and I will show you how to find the value. Hey guys, welcome to How to Trade. Now, to be a good trader, you really just need to memorize the value of items, and you don't even have to memorize it. I have made this trade, and most of you may think it is a pretty bad trade because I overpaid 1,000 in wrap. Though it's not about the wrap, it's about the value of the item. I value this item at around 3,500, mainly because from the wrap graph, it sort of goes from around 4,000 to maybe 2,000 and stuff like that. You could even tell from the comments, but this specific hat does not have anybody saying its value. This face right here, the troublemaker face, has people saying its value, so if you have trouble determining the value from the wrap graph, you can easily scroll down to the comments of some hats and you can find the value here. These two people are saying it's 9 to 10k, same with this guy, and most people agree with that. And this also has high demand, so that will probably increase the value by a little bit. I value that at around 3.5k, I value that at around 500. It is actually projected, so that's why it's 500, not 913. This right here, I value this at around 750, and I put two of those, so that is 3,500, 500, that'll give you 4k, and two 750s, that'll give you 5,500 for an item with a wrap of almost 4,000. That's not worth it, right? Now you may think I overpaid a little bit, 5.5k, you know, that's a lot. But at the same time, this right here is valued at more than its wrap as well. People are saying it's worth 4.5k, but in my opinion, I feel like this is around 5k just because it's a nice looking face. You know, it's not too bad. And just from the sales, it will raise soon, and it does have quite a bit of demand. As you can see here, it sold 3 times back to back, one each day, one on the 25th, one on the 26th, and one on the 27th. All 3 of those for over 4k. So if it could easily sell for 4k, then it's gonna be worth a little more. Cause let's say this rises up to 6k, people are probably gonna buy for 6k. Just it'll take maybe 3 days for one to sell. So this could easily be worth around 5.5k. Just the owners are not allowing it to reach that potential. So I value this at around maybe 5.5k and these items at 5.5k as well. So this was a pretty even deal, and I also upgraded. It's really just about learning the value of hats and items. This right here is new, so you can't really determine the value of it since it's new and it could raise or lower at any time. Same with this, that, and that. Dominus is... These are in the millions. Last sold for 4 million Robux. So they're quite pricey. This right here, let's look at the wrap graph. Last sold 2 days ago for 4,000. At the moment it is 5,000. So let's say I'm valuing this at around maybe 3k just because it's really unstable. Here you can see that it constantly goes down to 1,000 and 2,000, but recently it raised to 3,000, so it's not at a solid 3,000. It could drop down again, so I am going to value this at around maybe 3.5k. Wrap means nothing, the current price means nothing, it's about the value of the item. Let's check the value of this. Let's see. It actually drops a lot. I'm valuing it at maybe 2.5k, or maybe. Usually when the wrap is above the value, then there might be a problem because wrap is the average price that it has been sold for, and usually the value is above the wrap unless it's a projected item. So I may be valuing this at, you know what, maybe around the wrap. That's probably its value. Let's look at Troublemaker. So this, I don't have to determine it because since it's a popular item, there's already people in the comments that already gave it value. Here, 9 to 10k, 9 to 10k. It gets 10k offers as well, so it is at a pretty solid 10k. Let's determine the value of the lime green shaggy. Now remember, these are not 100% accurate, it's just a rough guess. But let's look at it. In the past 30 days, a couple sold. They sort of sold after 1 to 2 days for 4,000, but when it hit 5,000, it sort of took a while to sell, so it was last sold for 8.5k, and that's sort of above. That's sort of like a lucky sale, whoever sold that. I will probably value this at around maybe 7k, just because it does have a bit of demand and it does sell for quite a bit. It last sold for 8.5k and the price before that was 6k, so it's around 7k value for me. It may be different for you. You may think it's something different. Let's look at the comments. Send on mine 9 to 10k. Yeah, that's a bit overpriced. This guy right here gave it a 8k value. This guy right here 6k plus. That guy's offering the blue bubble trouble. That's around 6k value, so that's a sort of under. That's a lowball deal. This guy right here said it's valued at 6k, and you know, you could give an item your own rough value, but you can also look at the comments for maybe more accurate ones, though it's not entirely accurate. And guys, this is how I sort of knew which trades were good and which ones were bad. So if you learn the value of items, you can easily determine whether a trade is good or bad. That's really how to be a good trader. You just gotta learn the value, and you don't even need to learn it. You could just give it a rough estimate and you could find out that way.